Hi friends, Juan the Yarn Addict here bringing you another stitch pattern tutorial. Today I offer you triangle tiles. This is what we're looking like. It's super easy, fun, and fast to work up. This particular pattern works up in multiples of 6 plus 1 plus 4 for the beginning chain. Now, the stitches that we actually use here are extended double crochets, chains, and then an extended double crochet cluster, which is what you see right here. Now the very first row is worked up going into the actual chains, as you see here, but then after that, every row thereafter is worked up going into the chain spaces, which makes it super easy, fun, and fast to work up, as I said. Now the sides work out to be perfectly straight, although when you let it go, it tends to be not so straight, but it is perfectly straight. Now, this particular pattern is meant to be loose, lacy, and drapey, hence all of the holes there, which makes this absolutely perfect for wraps, swimsuit cover-ups, you name it. Now, I did work up the tutorial pattern here using an acrylic yarn, but feel free to use whatever yarn you'd like. Now, more specifically, I used Red Heart Super Saver ombre in the colorway Sea Coral. It's a very nice color. But again, feel free to use cotton, whatever you'd like. 3-weight, 4-weight, you name it. This particular pattern will work up regardless of the weight of yarn. I do suggest that perhaps you follow the recommended hook size for the particular yarn of your choice. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this tutorial started. Okay friends, so to get started, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And from here, what we want to do is chain multiples of 6. Now you can go as long as you'd like, so long as it's multiples of 6. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to chain 36. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to place this on a brief pause, and I will be right back once I have my 36 chains. Okay friends, so now that I have my chains, again, multiples of 6, what we want to do is chain 1 more, and then chain 4 more for the beginning chain. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so from here what we want to do is go into the 7th chain from the hook. So this little nubby here counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So in the 7th chain, what we want to do is insert an extended double crochet. So to do that, we're going to yarn over, go into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over and go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. And there is the extended double crochet. So from here we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. After that, we're going to go back into this chain to do a sequence of stitches that will form an extended double crochet cluster. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, go into the chain we just came out of, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2 only. Just like that. You should have 2 loops remaining on your hook. From here, we're going to go into the next chain, yarn over, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2 only. And it should look like that. Twins in their own stitches. Next, we're going to yarn over and go into the next chain. Draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over and go through 2, just like that. So we have triplets in their own stitches. Okay. You should have 4 loops remaining on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to go through all 4 of those loops, just like this. And that completes the stitch sequence here. So from here, what we want to do is skip 3 and go into the 4th chain. So skip, skip, skip. We're going to go into this chain right here. So we're going to yarn over, go into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2, just like that. And you'll see this little dip here. That's part of the pattern. It's going to be wavy down here. So that's perfectly normal. So once you have your extended double, like we have right here, we're going to chain 4, just like this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so once we have our 4 chains, we're going to go right into the chain we just came out of to start our cluster sequence here. So we're going to yarn over, go into that chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2 only. From here, we're going to go into the next chain, yarn over, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2, just like that. From here, we're going to yarn over, go into the next chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2 only. And so you should have triplets in their own stitches. From here, we're going to yarn over and go through all 4 loops on the hook. And there you have it. It's a repeat of what we just did right here. Okay, so I'm going to do one more sequence with you, and then I will meet you at the end of the chain. Okay, so to begin the sequence here, what we want to do is skip 3 chains, skip, 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 go into this 4th chain with an extended double crochet. So yarn over, go into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2 only. Well, and then yarn over and go through the other 2. I forgot, this is the extended double here. Okay, so from here what we want to do is chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. After you have your 4 chains, we're going to work our sequence right here of 3 stitches to form a cluster. So we're going to yarn over, go into the chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, and go through 2 only. We're going to go next door here, yarn over, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2 only. So you have twins in their own stitches. And we're going to do that one more time right here, and I'm going to do that silently so you can watch. And there you have it. From here, you're going to yarn over and go through all 4 loops, just like that. Okay? So we have 3 repeats here of the stitch. So we're going to continue doing this until you get to the end of your chain. Okay? So I'm going to keep working. I'm going to place us on a brief pause, and I will meet you when we get to the end here. All right? And at the end of your chain, you should have 2 free chains left. Okay, so I'll see you once we get down here. Okay, friends, so I am approaching the end of the first row here, and I have 2 stitches remaining. And so what we want to do to finish row 1 is from here, all we're doing is inserting an extended double crochet standalone right here in the last chain. So we're going to yarn over, go into that last chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2. And that's it right there. So let me make a bunny ear here and show you all the things. So if you notice, there's a wave. That's part of the pattern, okay? Bunch of triangles here. Love that. Okay, so this particular row is the only row where you're actually working into a chain. For the remainder of your project, regardless of how big or small it is, every row thereafter is going to be worked into these chain spaces. Okay, so on the ends, you will be going into the last chain before the stitch on both sides. So that is the only time you're actually going into anything. So you'll be going into the chains, but at no time should you be going into any stitch. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin row 2. So from here, what we want to do is chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once we have our 4, we're going to turn our work. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, we're going to be working into these chain spaces here. So we're going to begin with an extended double. So we're going to yarn over, go into the chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2, just like that. From here, we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to do an extended double crochet cluster, except now we're not working into separate stitches, we're working everything out of this chain space, which makes it a lot easier. So we're just going to yarn over, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, and leave 2 loops remaining on your hook. So you're going to yarn over and do that 2 more times. So I'm going to do that silently while you watch. So once you have your 3 stitches, you should have 4 loops remaining on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through all the loops, just like that. And so from here, you're just going to jump right into the next chain space with an extended double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, go in, and do your extended double. Just like that. And then after your extended double, you're going to chain 4. After your 4 chains, you're going to work another cluster. It's very simple here. So once you have your 3 stitches, you should have 4 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over and go through all 4, just like that. And that's what we're looking like. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will meet you at the end of row number 2. Okay, friends, so now that I'm at the end of row number 2, I just finished my sequence of stitches here. What we need to do is put a standalone extended double crochet in the last chain before the stitch. So just roll the chain over, and you should see it right there. So we're going to yarn over, go into that chain, draw up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2, just like that. And that concludes row number 2. So from here, what we want to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to turn our work and repeat what we just did in row number 2. So let me just pull the camera back a little bit, just like that. And so from here, once you have your chains, you're going to go right into the chain space and work the sequence of an extended double, chain 4, and then a cluster. So I'm just going to do one silently while you watch. And then one more stitch. So you have 3 stitches next to each other with 4 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over and go through all 4 of those loops. And there you have it. Okay, so continue with this, and I will see you at the end of row number 3. Okay, friends, so I am at the end of row number 3, and so what we want to do from here is like at the end of row 2, and this is going to be the constant. So when you get to the end of a row, you want to go into the last chain before the stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into that chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2, just like that. Okay, so that is pretty much it. So I'm going to do several more rows just to give you a bigger bird's eye view of what this actually looks like. Okay, so for you it's just going to be a few seconds, for me a little while longer, but I will be back as soon as I have several more rows completed. Okay friends, so I am back and I've done several more rows, actually a little more than several, and this is what we're looking like here. It's super, super nice. So as you can see, there's a wave at the top and there's a wave at the bottom. It's part of the pattern. And then on the sides here, super, super straight all the way down on both sides. Very nice. So you can even turn it to the side, give it a different look. So, and this is what it's looking like at an angle here. And this is the other side. Very, very nice. Well, my friends, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And then, of course, hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. It's been a lot of fun, my friends. And until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.